What's the first thing you got to do to take care of yourself? That's an important question. There are a lot of people experiencing some tyranny, some fear. How do you solve that? Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to be able to process reality as reality, because your body is designed to move away from fear and move away from pain and move away from tyranny. So why do you see so many people today just, reporting on it and not doing anything about it? They're not getting any second residencies. They're not storing food. They're not moving to a more free country. They're not trying to start a business to become more independent. The reason they are sitting in the pot of boiling water is because they can't feel it. They feel like the pot of water isn't boiling. So why is it that the human body, when designed to feel pain and move away from it, to feel when you're in danger and run the other way, why is it that some people are looking the ferocious lion in the eye and they're just sitting there doing nothing? And that's because they're interfering in this natural protection system. The natural protection system is that you have nerves. You have a neurological system that is there to sense everything from joy to terror. And if you can't feel the joy, you won't know when you're happy. And inversely, if you can't feel the terror, you'll probably just sit there and get consumed whole, which is most people are doing. Now, the people who rule us know everything I'm talking about, and it's very important to them that the people in these cities everywhere, the human apiary, the human bee farm here, where the bees get their honey stolen, it's important that the system go on by the human honeybees not having full access to that nervous system. You have to dull the nervous system, you have to tranquilize it, you have to sedate it. And the reason why is so that the human honeybees don't fly into the wild and start their own hives in the jungle. And that would not allow the human honey farmer to pillage the human honey through taxation, which is our money. So it's very important for this system to operate that the human be in terror, but not feel it. Be in pain, but not feel it. Be in jeopardy, but not feel it and not be able to process it as God designed the nervous system to do automatically outside your conscious awareness. So the biggest inhibitor and the biggest painkiller, the thing that kills the pain the most, is various sedative substances that the human honey farmers purposely drizzle and riddle throughout the human honey farm. And that's why there is a coffee shop on every corner. Now, coffee isn't healthy. It's not good for you in any way whatsoever. And the reason it's being normalized, the reason this poison has been normalized and advertised and placed on every corner is because caffeine is a major disruptor of the nervous system. It dulls the system so the system can't feel anything. And you can't feel love, can't feel joy, can't feel happiness. And you feel that. I mean, when you drink coffee, and I drank coffee in the summers for about 3 years, not to experiment with it. That's when I figured out what was really going on with the coffee. I wish maybe I had drank it sooner so I could have figured it out. But you'll feel blissful when you have the coffee. You'll feel like everything's normal again. Caffeine and other things like alcohol, there's many different poisons that shut off nerve function riddled throughout the slave camp. These sedative poisons make the slavery feel groovy, and it makes sure that the human honeybees keep doing shit that they don't want to be doing. And that's what the coffee's for. If someone's drinking coffee and wants to experiment with this and thinks this is a bunch of liarrhea, simply try quitting your coffee. Now, the shittier your life, the harder that's going to be. So the more you don't want to come into contact with your shitty existence, your shitty job, your shitty relationship, and it could be a lot more shitty than you think, because you've been ignoring it for so long, you've never navigated the shittiness. So if you take the caffeine away, it could be so shitty, it could feel like a Mack truck hitting you when you realize you're in a life that you don't like living whatsoever. So if you think this is one big lie, it's very important. It's very important that you experiment yourself. Experiment yourself in relation to how much of a crappy life you're living without doing anything about it. And some people are so afraid to come face to face with their slave-based existences. They're having coffee in the morning, wine at night, junk food. And basically the reason all these things sedate the nervous system is they're poison. The nervous system hates poison. It doesn't want to feel it. It's more like an acid in the body. Poison acts like an acid. And your nerves sort of retract. They don't want to feel the poison, so they kind of scurry away. And you lose your ability to feel. And it feels great, right? When you have a coffee, that's what you're feeling. You're feeling your inability to feel your life. And that's why people with really shitty lives get up and have this big cup of coffee and they're like, yeah, I feel good again. And I'm like, well, what's the matter with your real life? Well, it's because it's shitty and they're living out 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 major lies. And if they were to stop the coffee, they have to face the Santa bag of lies they put over their shoulder every day and drag around with them. So if you need more information like this that'll make you depressed yet empowered, please email me personally at info@jchristoff.com. I'll put you on my email list and I'll slow drip you some truth free of charge. Jason Christoff signing off. Have a great day.